Hi, this is Mary Michon from Bensell Greenhouse in Toledo, Ohio, and today we're talking about rosemary. Now we're into December, and every week I get a few calls a week about rosemary and how to keep it alive through the winter, because a lot of people have some troubles with rosemary. And like many other plants, you have to kind of think of the season. Rosemary loves drier climates. They like higher air humidity, but they like their ground drier. And so most people have rosemary sitting in pots outside, and they want to bring it in and use it throughout the winter. So consider looking at the pot, what's going on the inside of the pot when you are bringing your rosemary in. First and foremost, check it over for bugs. You should have good growth. You shouldn't see any webbing or spiders growing on in it. And then the next thing you want to do is you want to remove it from your pot. Take a look at the pot. If you've had it in your pot for a few years or just for the summer and it's grown tremendously, then realize also that the root system has grown as well. So I just pulled this guy. This is a beautiful rosemary topiary. I pulled it out of the pot, and I'm looking at the root system. Right through here I see that there's a lot of root growth, and it's approaching almost half of the pot. So I have a regular serrated knife here. This is an old-fashioned kitchen knife, and I just am going slightly below the portion of the root system where it's really, really thick. But it's not too bad on the inside of the pot. There's a lot of soil space here. But what's going to happen now is I'm going to just fill this with the same amount of soil as the depth of the roots that I took off. Put that in there. I'm going to sink it a little bit lower, and I'm going to fill it with the soil. Now when I go ahead and water it, there at the bottom of the pot is a nice amount of space with just regular soil, so that will get wet. The root systems will gather and grow down here, and your plant is not going to dry out as often. What happens in the wintertime, we lose humidity outside, we lose humidity inside, and the air wants more humidity, so it takes it from the freshly watered soil, and it also takes it from the leaves of your plants. So rosemary is particularly sensitive to the lack of humidity. So make sure that you check the pot, give it some fresh soil if it needs it so it holds moisture for a longer period of time. I wouldn't recommend misting your rosemary because rosemary are very prone to powdery mildew in the winter. But I would recommend that you keep the bottom portion of your pot slightly moist as you get through January, February, possibly even into March. You should have a really good success with your rosemary, and you'll be able to trim on it and use it for the winter. This is Mary Michon at Bensell Greenhouse in Toledo, Ohio. Thanks for watching.